Yo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just clowning a little bit, man. Everybody, welcome to the season 2, episode 7, man. The shop top of the Big Money No Problem Talk podcast show, man. Where we get straight to the point, man. I'm Chuck, aka Big Will, with my brother from another AG, aka Mr. Indiana Jones, and our usual cast right here with us, man. Furman and Keys, man. Go ahead, Keys.
Y'all know
Introduce
who
yourself.
it is, man. 88 Keys, Southside Chicago, Eastside, stand up with a brain dead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, it's Furman Entertainment with Big Money No Problems Talk podcast. We in here today, y'all. Let's do
You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
Furman.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
You already know, man. So before we get into it, man, I want to let y'all know that we are sponsored by Mill Hub Media Profound Entertainment, where they have a selection of new artists and gamers. Also, you can check us out heavy, streaming all the time. One United radio station, man. You can stream that at oneunitedradio.com or One United or the One United Radio app, man. And it's been good things moving with that, man. Major sponsorship with the company. Hey, we moving with that one. Really moving. Also, check us out as well on 92 KELZ Radio, Saturdays from 5 to 6, one of the top internet-based radio stations out of Houston, Texas, man. Shout out to everybody. Stay safe in Texas as a whole, man. I know that weather is crazy, but you can check us out. Check us out at 92KELZradiostation.com, or you can download the 92KELZ app. So continue to support the Big Money No Problems ENT family movement as we continue to further this platform by giving y'all content, and you already know everything y'all need to hear, what y'all supposed to hear, all that good stuff. So, as I always like to say, do what you got to do, man, to vibe out with us on this episode. And let's get straight to the point. So in the shop today, we're talking about entitlements, man. Relationships. That word entitlement is kind of crazy, man. We kind of gave us kind of like a little bit of a motivation, man. We love to shout out to the homie Kevin Samuels, man. You know what I'm saying? Frat bruh. Hey, you keeping it all the way live too real, man. You inspiring us as fellas to be able to be a little bit more candid with these conversations when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the reality of what situations are, man. So go ahead, AG, man, just kind of kick off your early thought process before we get heavy into it.
Hey, man, I had got turned on to him a little while ago, man, and got hooked, man, watching the shows, dude. Like, what did I say about the brother, man? He keep it all the way raw, 1,000. You know what I'm saying, 1,000. I think he says a lot of things that, you know what I mean, are needed to be said, though, for real. You know what I mean? Entitlements and all of that, you know what I mean? Undeserved pedestal, you know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the homie, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So just to kind of get the conversation started, man. So, yeah, we just wanted to talk about this. Like I said, these are conversations you will hear in the shop, man. Just this conversation, man. And one of them that a lot of us men tend to sometimes talk about, I think that kind of gets unnoticed, is that word entitlement. Because we do have some people, some women, and some men as well in relationships who feel like there's a certain type of standard or stereotype that we all got to just, no matter what, adhere to. And that's like when sometimes women, I mean, I can't even count sometimes how many times. I can count sometimes, but it depends on the women. But apologies and making accountability for making mistakes, they sometimes feel like it's not even warranted.
Like they don't have to do it.
Like it's not like it don't have to happen. You know what I'm saying? I know Furman was kind of bringing up something earlier, man. Go ahead, let them know what's going on, man. This shit crazy.
Here's the thing: as men, we so have to be courteous in our life. It's just second nature to us. Why do we have to be courteous as men? Because if you are discourteous or disrespectful or not respectful to the men or man or men around you, you could die. You could die that day. You know what I'm saying? But now women don't have to go through that on an everyday basis. So they're not used to being accountable or with a blatant apologies or being responsible for things. You know what I'm saying? They don't have, they're not born with that fear of, okay, I have to choke this line in my life, because if not, I might have to kill somebody. Somebody's going to kill me. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to go through that since birth. You know,
Right.
so when it
Right.
comes to accountability, man, like we groom that from day one.
Oh,
You know, and but it
no,
I
it's
can't
shit.
keep
Like
going.
we
I'm so upset. Go
get,
ahead. Somebody else go.
nah, we,
I
nah, we
mean,
get
and like you said though, like
yeah. Go ahead.
from birth, we taught as men, like we automatically know our entire life we gotta calm water that we ain't stir up, and you gotta calm the ones you do stir up. So you talk like it's basically like it's a survival instinct that you either have or you don't, and you can blatantly see in adult manhood who have it and who don't.
You understand? My mom used to say, "It's always somebody out there bigger than you." My mama would drop that all the time, and she's absolutely right. You think you could be the toughest one on the block, but it's always gonna be somebody tougher. Always be somebody bigger. So that tells you, you know what, man? Let me just pipe down, man. Let me just, you know what I'm saying?
And it's natural.
Well, I mean,
It's natural.
and
It's
the
natural
fact that
for
you're
us to
not
have to be that
always
way.
right, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're not always
Correct.
right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it
Right.
is that you're saying, you know what I mean? It can always be somebody that's a little smarter than you. You know what I mean? That's more correct than you are. You know what I mean? You're not always right.
And
I think my bad.
and like you said, I was like, that's what I was saying. It's like that because I hate the fact that in relationships or just in general conversations when you're talking about with the opposite sex, it's almost like the accountability factor for I think sometimes that I notice with women is we talk around the issue. Because I'm gonna somehow find some way to make it your fault.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be me, but I know I was probably wrong, but I'm gonna make it a reason why I'm wrong because of you. And that part right there, I kind of don't understand sometimes. You get what I'm saying? Like it's confusing to me.
Quick to bring up that tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? We
Oh
have,
man, that's that.
we have a visitor. We have a visitor. Shit, quick to,
man.
we have a
I don't have the
visitor.
same eyes, y'all. I don't have the same eyes.
Okay.
I don't have the same eyes. My eyes are different, you know. And I don't see it like that.
Hey, but Chuck, what you were saying though, man, hey, that's real though. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to make it my fault when clearly, you are the one to blame.
See, and me, I got a different aspect on it. Sometimes it don't even be about blame. It's being like, damn, listen to what the hell I'm saying. That ain't I'm saying it's your fault type of thing. Let's just talk about what the fuck happened. What the fuck?
You're right, Keys. Just listen, man. Listen.
And that goes both ways though, because I know sometimes I be on the opposite end, but still, like I said, it's both ways. Sometimes you just gotta shut the hell up and listen.
Before we continue the conversation, man, want to welcome back Miss Amber.
Oh,
we had some technical difficulties last time, but she's back in the shop with us.
All right, how you doing, Miss
So far away,
How you doing?
Hi guys.
What's going on, Miss Jane?
Not much.
All right. You just called us kind of like in a mid conversation, just kind of talking about like you talking about we having a relationship talking shop tonight, man. We just kind of talk about like entitlement.
I was a referee.
People feeling like they deserving of certain privileges that some don't even deserve. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much the topic of the conversation we're talking about. And we kind of left off on part where we just kind of talk about how sometimes, in our opinions, so I know you speaking for some of the ladies out here that when it comes to accountability, that sometimes seems to be missing in the female trait sometimes in relationships.
Yeah.
Kind of want to get your opinion on that.
Oh man, I knew that was coming. Oh man.
Now, when you talk about accountability, what are we talking? Admitting wrong or what they don't or do? What are we talking?
Apology.
All of the above.
All the above.
All of the above.
Insincerity. In true sincerity. That's a tough thing to get from a woman, and especially a melanated woman. That is one of the toughest things to get. Man.
Wait a minute. Wait just a damn minute.
You heard it. There it
So
is.
y'all saying black women don't take accountability.
Whoa. I just said it's hard to get that from them. It's hard.
That came from your lips, not ours. But you know what I mean?
Right.
If you want to say that, I mean, I don't think that we would totally disagree with you.
Say I would not say that. And don't forget y'all got mamas.
Yeah, we do.
I don't care. I want my mama to hear this. I don't care. I tell my mama too.
I'm gonna tell my mama the same.
Mama.
I tell my mama the same thing. My mama, she watch. My mama's watching right now. Mama, you a woman, and women are crazy.
Yeah,
I love you. I love you, mama.
And y'all lacking accountability. And accountability. Yes, I would tell my mama that. Yes.
Wow.
In a respectful way.
Wow. So
absolutely.
I'm team woman at the end of the day. And in most relationships, mature relationships, I don't know how old y'all are, but at my age, I feel like accountability is there on the woman's part. I mean, I know as far as a woman goes, because we are trained, we were brought up to like please our man. I feel like if men had better communications and knew exactly what they wanted, the woman could adhere to that. Now, if you show the type of woman and let her know, hey, I don't like this, or this is what you need to do better, or this is where you lack, and I feel like a woman would step up to the plate. It's the men who don't never think that they have to change or that they have to conform to what the woman wants, because y'all take the role of I'm a man and what I say go and I wear the pants. I feel like in most relationships, men lack interest in getting to know women individually, and that y'all just lump women into the same category or what you used to, or your mother, perhaps. And so y'all don't take the time to learn the person individually or learn how that person needs to be loved.
I go now.
And he raised his hand.
All right, that can start on my point from the self-accountability part. See, y'all putting y'all happiness off the actions of that man, and he has a job that he shouldn't have to sign up for. I think because the relationship should be two people that have already got themselves together individually, and now they well enough to give part of themselves to somebody.
So you're absolutely right, but there is
a lot of people going through stuff that's jumping in relationships that shouldn't be in them because they got a lot of stuff they need to settle. And therapy should be bigger in our community anyway, because we messed up.
You are absolutely right. I feel like
we hurt people trying to pretend we love people.
We do suffer trauma, but there is a saying that Black women shouldn't have to suffer to be loved right first. And
we ain't got no choice. It's been set in stone for us to do that.
You said what?
And we got to stop acting surprised. That's our biggest downfall. We keep acting surprised like this is new.
Well, that is exactly, that did not come out of thin air. And a lot of guys, like especially Black men, if you notice in the Black community, Black men don't marry their women until a long time. They have to be together for 16 years and such and woo because they're not done, quote unquote, playing. So y'all will be, and Chris Brown just said it. He said, I'm single with a girlfriend. That's how a lot of Black man mentality is.
No,
that they're not
you can't reference yet. Black men now with Chris Brown.
Chris Brown was a millionaire. We're not millionaires.
He can have any woman he wants. But he said how we feel like a lot of men think. They jump into relationships, although they're not ready. They still play in the field, but they don't want that woman to go anybody else to have her, because I feel like in hindsight, y'all know that's a good woman, but y'all not done playing yet. And instead of doing that, just taking the time to love your woman how she needs to be loved, and that'll keep her into play, instead of trying to hold her there hostage while you do what you need to do still out here as a player. I feel like that most Black men have a fear of commitment because they're always looking to upgrade or see something better. And that with that, that's how our women are suffering first in these relationships. I see it all the time, to where these men, they have babies on these women, they cheat on these women and this and this and that, to where when by the time a man is finally ready to settle down with that woman and act right after she threatened to leave for the 99th time, by the time you get ready to love this woman, she's no longer wants to be involved with you, or she had to endure all the suffering first.
Go ahead, Fireman.
Well, as far as like, she said so much stuff. I want to come in, but I've had that experience where I did all of my mistakes, and then the woman and my ex-wife left at the time. My wife, but she left. Right now, my personal opinion is that she predicated her happiness on me, just like Keys was saying. And I said, I'm happy in my marriage. I have a shelter. I have my kids. I have food in the refrigerator. I'm happy. The kid's happy. But the only person that's not happy is the woman in the household, because I have cheated. I have done wrong. But also, what you're not looking at is that there's another side to that coin. That woman is doing something wrong as well. Now, what could she be doing wrong? What could she be doing wrong? Now, let's say this. A man, he's a physical eye person. So let's just say my wife was a little, I wanted her to get her physical right. And I said, hey, baby, I want you to get your physical right. You don't have to lose everything, because I like thick. But, just, let's see, but you don't do what I suggest or ask you to do, or you don't listen. What is the man to do if a woman doesn't listen to the head of the household because she just doesn't feel like doing it, or she doesn't feel like she doesn't have to listen to that man or me or her husband? What is a man to do? Because there's two sides to the coin. You can say a man cheats and does this and does this and does that. What if that man asks that woman to do something and she ain't do it? What if that man asked her to cook something? She said, not in here. What? Oh, no, tell a man no and not serve a man and watch what a man does. Let a wife be at work for 12 hours a day and watch what a man does. I'm telling you right now.
No, I agree with that. And that goes to where we're not talking about happiness, because you are absolutely right. It's your job you're responsible for your own happiness. I'm talking about how to love someone, not make them happy, but how to love someone how they need to be loved. So your love language has everything to do with it. So you like physical appearance. You've communicated that. She may have some resentment about how you treated her in the past, so she's resisting that. So you should tackle that situation a different route than just suggesting she get her body right. You should tackle that situation from a different angle. Maybe speak a language that she can understand. Like, hey, babe, I got us some gym memberships. Let's go to the gym together. Or, hey, babe, you're sexy now, but think of how much sexier you'd be if
Miss James, I hate to interrupt you, Miss James, but I have a communications degree, and I have came at my ex at all of those angles that you're talking about. And let me tell you something, even at my nicest angle, she still took offense to it. And that let me know something. It's not my words that are at play here. It's that trigger for her that's in play. It's not my words. My words, matter of fact, I could write it down on a piece of paper. She still take offense to it, probably. Real talk. I have a communications degree, and I've tried every angle and not even press on it. And I told her, I am never going anywhere. And guess what? She left, just like 8 out of the 10 women leave the marriages. 8 to 9 out of the 10 women leave relationships and marriages. Why are they leaving? When they got families with men and kids are at stake and in the balance. Why are you leaving the first institution of life? It's not even church, it's family. That's the most
But that's a
important thing.
breakdown of communication between you two. That's why I said women leave if they feel like they're not being loved properly.
That means
Not
they're
you
not holding
making them
themselves
happy.
accountable on my
I got a
personal opinion.
question
Go ahead,
to
he's my
compound
bad.
off that. Why is everything only in jeopardy when the female has a problem?
Boom.
Great.
Because men tend to be complacent, and they tend to be tend to get comfortable. The thought of dating and getting back there in the field is probably scary. A woman knows that there's no problem finding someone, especially if they possess qualities that men like: cooking, cleaning, all that type of shit, taking care of home and stuff. Y'all missing the breakdown, what I'm saying, of people loving people the way they need to be loved, and not loving people how you want to love them. Just because you think that, okay, you go to work every day, you pay the bills, da 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 da. Okay, that works for some women. That does not work for everybody. I hear it all the time. Men read down this list of all their qualifications.
Well, I can say the same thing because I can cook my own food, I can wash my own clothes, and I can clean my own crib.
You should. Yeah, I know, but that's
so what am I
I'm
gonna
saying.
get out
That's
the
a
deal?
list. That's a list. And everybody has this list. Everybody. I'm gonna say people who are not self-aware. They have this list. She must be an earner. She must be able to cook. She must look good. She must clean. She must this and this and that. Everybody's not gonna check off this list. However, at the end of the day, somebody can have everything on your list, but if they don't love you the way that you need to be loved, or if they're loving you from an angle they know how to love, or how their parents taught them, or how they read in Steve Harvey's book, then something there's going to be a breakdown. There's going to be a breakdown somewhere.
Miss James, I have a different perception on this word love. I think everybody, when they hear that word love, they see roses, they see petals, they see beds and chocolate. My definition of love is that's one half of it. But then there's the other half of long suffering. Now, if you're a Christian woman, if you was raised in the church, you'll know one of the definitions of love is long suffering. You can't get to a place of greatness until you long suffer. Nobody can be great at anything: basketball, swimming, cooking, communicate, read anything, until you long suffer. And then that in that aspect is true love.
I disagree. And everything you described was romance. That's not love. Roses, chocolates, that's romance.
I said that's the perception of how people see it. That's the perception. That's the perception.
Yeah, to some people.
But nobody talks about the other definition of love, which is long suffering.
And I disagree, because
that's in the Bible, Miss James. That's in the Bible, Miss James.
See, I'm not religious, so that missed me.
Okay, my apologies. My apologies. See this? I'm holding myself accountable, Miss James. Miss James. My apologies, Miss James. My apologies. You see this accountability. This is how I roll. My apologies.
My thing is this, you know what I mean? Like you had spoke on previously. You know what I mean? You're saying how women were, you know what I'm saying, bred to cater to a man. You know what I mean? I think that, you know what I mean, it's a lack of understanding that men are on the opposite end of that. You know what I mean? We are bred to, you know what I mean, cater to a woman. When the majority of your interactions, who pops it off? When you meet a guy, who pops it off? I know Miss James ain't went up and was like, "What's up, bro?"
She has a couple times.
Definitely the man is the pursuer.
Right.
Definitely a man is the pursuer.
This is the thing. You know what I mean? I don't think that women, you know, because a lot, and the term, you know what I mean, the majority of men, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you, because I don't know, you know, the length of your your stretch, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say the majority of women that I've come across, or that I've spoken with, you know what I mean, like to use the term the majority of men, and ain't new but about 10 of them, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I think that women take their bad situations and push them off onto, you know what I mean, to the majority of men themselves, you know what I mean, themselves, you know what I mean?
Some women.
We'll say a lot of women.
Some women. Okay. No, because men, let me tell you something about women. Women are
Wait,
resilient.
no, Miss Jane, let me stop you right there. How you gonna say men, then some women? Say some men too. Then.
Right.
Yeah, no, some men, but what exactly? I'm gonna say majority of the men, but men can get hurt from a bitch in the.
Did she hold herself accountable just now? Did she apologize?
No.
I'm very self-aware. I am very self-aware, so I understand coming from somebody who never
you
get
notice
apologized to.
how the conversation got switched back to the men very quickly. See, a lot of women don't let men have that conversation as far as their feelings of their wrongdoings. A lot of women curve that conversation quick. It's that
I want to address something that she said. Miss Jane. You said that women are born to cater to their man. Is that correct? And groomed that way, right?
I said I want to know that way.
I want to know. I want to know statistic-wise. Hold on, Keith. Statistically speaking, there are 60 to 70% household with a single mother in it, or a single parent, or mainly single mothers. So I want to know how is a young girl being raised to cater to men with a 60 to 70% single mother household, Miss James?
How to do the silhouette challenge.
There you go. One of them, Joe, the twerk challenge or something. But I'm asking Miss James that. How are little girls learning this when there's a 60 to 70% a single mother parent household?
So can I address this then?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's definitely, if we want to get deep into that, it has nothing to do with sex relations. It has everything to do with our system, because our people before us, people born in the 60s and the 50s, they definitely was a 2-parent household. Now, if you want to get into the politics of things, the most reasons why that there's a single family household with women being the head is definitely because of politics, Black men getting locked up, football numbers, drugs in our community, welfare system, and things like that, where you can't even have affordable housing with a man in your home. So that's the generation that
that's not answering the question that you said something out of. You said something, and I'm trying to get you to either apologize or say I was wrong, or say I misspoke. But you keep going on about.
What did I misspeak about?
You said that most girls are born or bred to serve their men. And I said, how are they doing that in a 60-70% single mother household? I gave you stats.
I just explained that to you. So, like,
this is the accountability, Miss James. Miss James, right here. This is the example right here. I gave you stats.
What do you want me to say? Bitches ain't shit. I'm not gonna say that.
Nah, not that. Not that. Maybe that you potentially misspoke, because if they were doing it, there'll be a lot more married couples out here today, and families and units. I wouldn't see so many single mothers rolling by themselves or going to the hospital by themselves to check up. When I went to the hospital with my ex-wife, it was no men in there. It was just I was the only man in there supporting my wife and kid. And I had my ex-wife say, "Look around. Look at this hospital. There's no men by these women. I'm right here with you."
So,
but she still thinks that. Oh, that's not happiness. Woo! There's some ungrateful women out here. Woo!
So just say the answer I gave was not the answer that you want to hear, but the answer that I gave was absolutely a real one.
But it didn't address what you said out of your mouth.
I just think when it comes to Marbury, what you're talking about with these households and everything like that, yeah, it's accountability on both sides. And what she was saying was, if I'm right, Ms. James, just saying how they was groomed to do that. And I get what you're saying, Marbury, on how you got a single parent household, or just a household just full of women trying to teach a woman to groom when
there's no man in the house. It's impossible.
The example set in front of you is kind of hard, but there is a system to that, and there is men who make certain decisions to make a household like that. You know what I'm saying?
And so it's not just the household. TV.
Yeah,
I mean,
TV,
even if
society.
It is
I'm gonna chime in
because
you
see television to where
I'm a product of the vice versa of that. So I'm one of the people that's gonna say it's possible. without a man being in the house. Because, gee, my mama did it with 7 of us on her own, G. And I'm a man's man.
Everybody is exception to every rule, man.
No, I'm saying, no, hear me out, G.
Yeah.
You know, I'm neutral on everything. I play both. I listen to both sides, and I come directly down the middle.
Devil's advocate.
So that's me. So I know what you saying, Fermain, is possible, but my view on the whole narrative: if loving you makes me uncomfortable, then I don't want to love you. I shouldn't have to be uncomfortable. Loving you. So your standards and your pretenses on what I got to do to make you happy, that's your view on it. And sometimes you make a person have to meet so high of a standard that when they finally get there, they're like, damn, this shit ain't worth it. And they out. And that's on both sides. Females do it too.
Look at the stats, man. Look at the stats. Wow. Look outside your door. Look at the stats. And
that's why I said with the breakdown of communications. If y'all listen to me, I'm trying to tell you, there are 5 love languages.
But how is it communication when the relationship is only in jeopardy when the female is upset or unhappy?
Who said that?
It's a fact.
Because look at the stats. 8 or 9 out of 10 women leave relationships and marriage. That's the stats.
It's a fact.
Because men don't listen. Men don't listen. Just
we
like
gotta
now.
Be listened
y'all
to
not
too,
listening
right? We
to
just
me.
Can't be taught that and not listened to. We're not.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all not listen. Y'all listen to respond. You don't listen to hear. It's what I'm trying to tell you. A woman most of the time deal with matters of the heart. Men deal with matters of the mind. So with that being said, women know how to communicate how they need to be loved, not to make me happy, how I need to be loved. Like say for instance, you might on Valentine's Day go out and buy a bunch of bullshit, which a woman probably all she want to do is spend time with you. You think she's ungrateful because, oh, bitch, I done bought you all this stuff and you ain't happy. And all she really wanted you was time. You might have dropped the gifts off. Here, baby, happy Valentine's Day. I love you. And kept it moving. When all she wanted you to do was sit down, relax, and spend some time with her. But when she's telling you this, you're telling her, oh, you just ungrateful. I can't never make you happy. What I got to do to make you happy, da, da, da. She's communicate this with you 1,000 times, but you're not listening. So you, in turn, there's a breakdown of communication. They're bumping heads because you are loving her how you know how to love. What you deem is the correct way to love. And she's telling you, no, this is not how I want to be loved. This is how I want to be loved. But y'all don't want to listen to that because your ego is involved and you saying, shit, I know how to love. I bought you this, I bought you that, or I work or I provide and this and this and that. And sometimes a lady is just happy with time. So this is what I say.
What did Bobby Womack say? I'm broke if I don't love you, man.
Hold on, perfect.
What is she? She not listening. She never listened to Bobby Womack. Really? If I go to work, you mad. If I stay home, I'm broke. What in the world? Yo, we are lost. As black men and women, we are lost, and we need to come back to the middle. We are lost, goddamn. Because she's on one side. Guess what? When I hear her, I don't even hear anything.
Hold up, hold up.
This is crazy.
Now, I was just gonna say, yeah, just right quick. Now I get the like I said, I get the energy on both sides, and the way you broke that down, Ms. James, is just the way. And from the outside looking in as a man, when if I hear that, like you said, where ego is and everything like that, sometimes you kind of get that notion that the only way perfection or close to perfection that you would get in a relationship is to cater to the full needs of what she needs. So it's almost like I have to submit or be submissive more so in the way if I hear that to where it's like, damn, I got to do all of this when does my side or when does my needs start to feel like they come into play?
That goes both ways.
Ass nigga or she gonna leave.
No. It goes both ways, guys. That's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that a woman knows how they want to be loved. Men don't know. They don't. You guys are not emotional creatures. You guys deal with.
So why put us in that box?
So
why blame us? So why blame us? If you know we're not emotional, why blame us?
This is the thing.
We can sing together. We can't talk together.
Right.
I'm saying, men, I'm not putting you down. This is not for you to take offense to. I'm saying, generally speaking, men deal with matters of the mind. They deal matter-of-factly. Provide, pay bills, whoop, whoop. Bam. Women deal with matters of the heart. So they know emotionally. So guys have always been, especially black men, have been taught up, men don't cry, tough it out, walk it off. So you guys are not more in tune with your emotional side as to where a woman is. A woman knows how she wants to be loved. Now, a man knows how they want to be loved too. They just don't know how to communicate that like a woman does. That's why I'm saying there's a breakdown.
I think that's the wrong word, Ms. James. I think it's respected. We know how we want to be treated and respected. Not love. Not love.
So that's toxic masculinity right there.
What does that word mean? What is that? What's the definition of that?
Man, I'm at the
toxic masculinity.
Hey, I'm gonna have to. Hey, I can't roll with you on that one, Fur man. Hey,
that word come out 6 months ago?
No,
did that word come out 6 months ago?
Fur man, hold up. I think a major gap in the communication is like, okay, let's say like what you're saying right now. I think the problem is women think that they know men better than men know men. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that the women want to learn men.
But see, this is the thing. You said the word listen. Men tell y'all, we tell y'all everything that we need, what we desire, what strikes our fancy. You know what I mean? Now, whether you agree with it, women don't, a lot would say some women don't listen. Men are very simple creatures. You know what I mean? Y'all make us complex. To be honest with you.
You know what? I wanted my woman. I like to see a woman in a skirt and dresses. I just like to see my women like that, right? I asked my ex-wife to wear a dress and skirt. She says, no, that's not comfortable wear. I like to wear jeans, and I hate jeans personally. I don't own a pair of jeans, but I like to wear jeans and comfortable wear. But I said, babe, I like to see you in dresses and skirt. Can you please do that for me? And she didn't do it for me. So then guess what? When I tell my woman that I'm with, in relationship with, and then she gonna go and do her own thing, but then get mad at me when I see a woman in a dress and I go do my thing with her, then it's like, no, don't get mad. I asked you to do. I told you what I like. You want to go your own route, and this is what the consequences are. What do you say to that, Ms. James?
That's why y'all not together now.
Absolutely. And she left. And she left me. And she left me. But guess what? She left. But guess what? That there is a struggle. Kids are messed up. Things are going downhill. Don't get me wrong. She still lives a nice life, but it ain't. Guess what? I guarantee she still wants me back. Flat like that.
This the thing, though. You know what I mean? Like you said, men think logically, in which we do. You know what I mean? We think logically and methodically. But you know what I'm saying? The human heart is the human heart. Feelings, you know what I mean? Feelings are feelings. You know what I mean? And men, to be honest with you, can be a lot more emotional. We might not just actually shed a tear, but a lot more emotional than women. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to get down on one knee and ask you to marry me, oh, you didn't hit me where I'm soft at. I mean, marry you, you know what I mean? You hit me where I'm soft at. You know what I mean? You have to create that emotion in me. Same way we have to create that, you know what I mean? That emotional, you know what I'm saying? Uprising y'all. But the thing is, I don't think that some women know how to work hard enough to do it. That's what we was talking about, like the entitlement thing. You know what I mean? Some women think that, all right, a man's supposed to just do this and a man's supposed to do that. You know, on the receiving end, constantly on the receiving end, you know what I mean? Versus on the, you know what I mean, on the giving end to do that. Because it takes two people to make a relationship happy. Correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And like I said,
everybody, not just men, everybody are responsible for, you know what I'm saying, creating that other person's happiness.
No, I disagree.
No, I don't mean happiness. I mean happiness with the relationship, not happiness with self. You know what I mean? You should naturally be happy with self.
Okay.
But for the relationship to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just think I think when it comes to when we talk about the entitlements and we talk about a lot of that, I think ego plays a lot in these relationships because we all try to cater to a certain stereotype. Yeah, we all try to cater to a certain stereotype of what we may want on both sides.
That's why I said you have to want, like if you call yourself loving somebody, you have to want to learn that person. You have to want to know more about them than just surface. You have to want to learn how to love this person. You have to want to. And instead of just like I've been in relationships that probably they don't know really half of the shit that they should know about me, or something comes as to surprise. What if you took the time to learn me or to learn more about me and what I like and what I dislike, then the communication would be better. You know what I'm saying? And then now that I know that you want to learn more about me than just what I look like in a skirt, or try to learn why I don't like wearing skirts, or try to learn why I do prefer pants instead of just putting on me what you like. And then I should probably learn what it is about a woman in a skirt that you do like. Why is it that that's what you prefer? Instead of I don't like this or I don't like that, or I'm not doing this or I'm not doing that. And that's what I said about the communication breakdown, because you're just putting these expectations on each other without trying to learn each other and learn to love each other. And then also there's compromise. And that's where egos do get involved, because you hear a woman say, well, I ain't doing this, and you hear a man, and I ain't doing that, or they feel like Russell Sims, whatever the nigga, Wilson is a simp, or they feel like Michael B. Jordan is a simp or whatever. But it's something about those women or those people that want to know more about them, that want to learn their inner workings and why they think this way and why they think that way, and also know their love language so they can learn how to love people. Some people just get it. So you'll see people in relationships that go about harmoniously, and some people don't. So you constantly bumping heads because nobody wants to take the time out to break it down and see what it is about this person and make them think the way it is. Instead of just doing it a man versus woman, you should just do human versus human. And everything ain't black and white. There's a gray area all the time.
Let me hold on, Keith. Hey, Keith, hold on. Hey, Keith, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, Keith. Right. When we talk about that process with the learning and what you said, how it takes that process, and I was thinking, like, while you were saying, I was just thinking in my head. I said it takes 12 years plus 4 more years of school to be properly educated, the way they say in America.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact this. So my thing is with relationships, we almost got to condense that time to actually try to learn. Because I know a woman ain't staying in a relationship or man for almost 14 to 16 years. And then we can say, all right, let's get married. We are officially good with each other. So how do we start to learn to condense that time? Or how do people start to put that energy into wanting to actually take that time to learn? Because that's a process. And some people don't have time for that process.
I don't know why that's all the time in the world.
I think that's good communication.
Love
good
that
communication and questions. Oh. My bad. But,
you said what?
I was just saying good communication and questions. You know what I mean? That's what I was throwing out there.
Man, so it should be a fun process.
A lot of people
really love that person,
love each other don't even like each other.
That's what I'm saying, because they didn't never learn. Like a lot of people don't learn. See, most people always go in relationships with what they like about a person. Mm-hmm. They get married about what they like about a person. You need to learn what you don't like about that person and try to explore that and see if you could actually deal with what you don't like about somebody.
Yeah, but the only way you can know somebody, the only way you can truly know somebody is if you live life with them under that same roof. Then you go through some things, and that's going to take some time for you to say, hey, you know what? Hey, I don't like that. Can you not do that? And if I say that, and then you continue to do it, then it's just like, hey, man, this is what it is.
Because you can throw out what you don't like, but if you say you don't like something, I'm going to try to figure out why you don't like. Why is this a trigger? Why don't you like that?
Can I ask you something, James?
I don't like that. and I should just take what you said and run with it. Oh, you don't like that? Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, but
you.
and that also goes to people knowing themselves too. You know what I'm saying? You have to know yourselves. You have to know what it is you want. You know, because it's things you dislike, but it's different things that you won't tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you know, like generally when I meet somebody, you know, I start off asking them, "Hey, what are your flaws? You know, what would you say your downfalls are?" And I would, you know, I would share mine with that person too. Let's. I like how you said that. You know what I mean? Let me find out what I don't like about you, so I can even gauge if I want to even continue with this situation.
And that kind of goes out, and that kind of goes out the window when I hear people say certain things shouldn't be talked about first dates and this, that, and other. Sometimes I feel like you might have to get deep.
No, my thing
on a first date just to kind of see what it is.
Than what it is, and especially at the beginning stages, because in the event something comes out and I do realize, wait, maybe I need to back out of this. The fear of hurting a person's feelings is why bogus relationships continue. Because he's scared to hurt her feelings, or he's scared to hurt his feelings.
But the fear of that though sometimes is because we are afraid to be vulnerable. We're afraid to be vulnerable early.
No, we're afraid to be honest.
We're afraid to be honest and vulnerable.
Honestly,
that's why I said men in relationships and women leave. That's exactly why I said men stay in a relationship and women leave, because they get comfortable or they get scared. But
100%.
What if we just not quitters? But what if we just don't like to quit? What if that's the case? We want to see it through. What if that's just the case?
Why would you make yourself miserable? I wouldn't want to live one day on earth miserable with somebody.
Because like you said, women are born to nurture and provide. We're born to suffer. We're trained to suffer.
Hard work suffering.
Not even that. We're trained to suffer. We're trained to practice persistence. You know what I mean? Okay. Once I've made my mind up that I care for you, that I love you, you know what I mean? That's what I say. You know what I mean? Men are actually more emotional. You know what I mean?
We love harder than women. We love harder than women. When we want you, when we like you, love you, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We ain't going nowhere. I don't care what you do.
I'm gonna make this shit work. You know what I mean? I'm
gonna make it work.
Talking to our nigga, our homeboys, you know what I mean? Damn, man, this gonna get on my nerves, man. But we're gonna try to make it work. You know what I mean?
You're gonna make it work. That's not quitting. But most of the women I've met are pure quitters. They don't hold no responsibility. And guess what? And guess what I've noticed in these days? Guess what I've noticed? A lot of women aren't being approached by men at all. And there's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic is changing. And guess what's going to happen? Y'all women now are going to have to approach us. It's a new day. Fuck Frank Lucas.
Hey, he's funny.
Real talk, man. It's a new day.
Listen, I'm going to get off here, y'all. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off here.
Woo!
Listen, the process of learning someone, like Chuck said, it does take time. The thing is, make it fun. Turn it into an adventure. If you are interested in somebody or you love somebody enough and you don't want to leave, take that time to learn them every day. Take that time to turn that into an adventure so that person can feel like you even give a damn and that you want to do better or that you want to learn more about them. Because there's nothing more sexy than a woman than somebody getting them. He gets me. He understands me, you know, instead of trying to force your beliefs onto somebody else or what you feel like their personality is. Because a lot of times people are not just surface. I always tell people, because they put me in the box all the time because I'm a comedian, because I do hair. So a lot of times people like, oh, you can cook? Were they surprised at that? I'm like, if you knew me, if you took the time to get to know me and knew my inner workings, you would know that it's levels to this.
We should know that from day one. You should know that from day one, Miss Hunt. You should know that from day one, Miss Hunt.
That's not fair. I said that's not fair because do you know how many young ladies don't know how to boil water?
Or make a plate?
That's fine, but that's part of the fun of getting to know me. I don't expect you to know. I don't expect you to know. Huh?
None.
Are you married, Miss Hunt? Are you married?
Nobody to know all that about me, but they assume that because I'm an entertainer, they assume that I don't have time to be domesticated. You know what I'm saying? So that's fun to them fun for them for me to pull all these rabbits out of my hat. You know what I'm saying? Or they even care enough to know to get to break down the layers in the first place or to get me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Miss James, are you married?
I'm not married.
All right. Now let me ask you a question. You've been on this earth.
I'm not the marrying kind, though.
Okay, bet. I'll leave it from there. You know what? Because the Bible says everybody's not meant to be married. Leave it right there.
Gotcha. If you say this Bible to me one more time.
Hey, but I think, man, I think also people need to understand, man, you can be a good woman, good man. You know what I mean? The best person in the world, but that don't mean you good for somebody.
Still not being enough.
You know what I'm saying? No, it just means that you're not, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily good for the person that you're dealing with. It don't matter how good you are.
Bingo, bango.
You're not necessarily good for the person that you're dealing with. People need to understand that. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
Compatibility.
That's all part of self-awareness and self-accountability.
Correct.
Exactly. And that's why I said Furman and his ex-wife, they probably were not compatible. And had he took the time, or they got, I ain't gonna say he, if they would have got took the time to learn each other.
Thank you.
To learn each other in the beginning, they probably would have known that before they brought about.
I've known my ex-wife since 18 years old. We were married at the age of 20 something. We were divorced at age 30 something. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing.
That doesn't mean anything.
Me and her is on a whole different type of synergy. We're still cool to this day. I could talk to her on the phone for hours. That's just how we are. But we just not good as far as like coming together, like intimacy and romance and all that. But other than that, that's my dog, man. That's my little shorty, man.
I mean, you see that a lot when, you know what I mean, when people be like, fuck it, okay, you got, you know what I mean, you might have a cool ass female best, you know what I mean, friend, you know what I mean, a cool ass male friend, you know what I mean, and y'all, whatever, you know what I mean, say, all right, well, fuck, we gonna try this, you know what I mean, and that relationship just goes kaput, you know what I mean, quick, because that was
also she's not domesticated either. My ex-wife's not domesticated. I need domestication. That's what I need. I need that. She's not that. I want to say that, Miss James. She's not that at all, and I can't have it. I can't have it.
Y'all.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Miss James.
Thank you, Miss James. Appreciate it.
Thank you. See you later.
No problem. Bye.
Hey, we about to go ahead and close soon, man. But we want to appreciate and thank Miss James, man, for hopping on, man. That was a real good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely got to see it from all sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? We know Furman strong in his convictions, damn sure, for what he wants. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can see and know that. 110.
No divas over here, baby. No divas, no queens. Yeah, don't go that way. That way.
So yeah, but before we close, man, let's go ahead. Hey, Keys, go ahead and let them know what it is about.
You know what it is. 88 Keys. Reach me on all platforms. 88K3YZ. That's everything. 88K3Y to the Z.
Talk about the project.
Oh man, yeah. On all streaming platforms, Black is my color. 88 Keys. Shout out to Distro Kid for the digital distribution. Everybody, like, you independent, you doing your own music, pay, you know what I'm saying? It's cost efficient. Get with them, put your own music in your stores, you get 100% of your proceeds. I strongly push that, especially for the independent joint.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Furman.
Yo, it's Furman. Yo, it's Furman. I want to, man, whoever listen out here, I want to thank y'all for listening. I want to thank Big Money No Problems Talk Podcast. I want to thank y'all. I also want to thank my Furlanders, my fur men, and my fur ladies. It's Furman.
Hey, I want to wear the little character.
Talk about the project and the YouTube series.
Oh yeah. We do. I do got some things on my Furman Entertainment channel on YouTube. I got all types of lovely music. I got news reports that I do as well. That the camp does. Yo, check out Furman Entertainment on YouTube, man. It's a lot of great things and great knowledge, great music from the 50s and 60s and news reports, y'all. I am a wealth of knowledge, and I'm here to just pass this stuff down to y'all, man. And also check out the music, man. I got something for the rowdy, and I got something for the ladies, man. Real talk. I'm gone, man.
I'm just waiting on the Stylistics documentary. I know that's your favorite motherfucking group.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I'm
But
waiting
I
on it.
like, man. There's so many groups.
I'm waiting on it. Go ahead, AG.
What up, everybody? We appreciate everybody for coming out tonight. You know what I mean? I enjoyed this conversation, man. You know, but I think, you know what I mean, just kind of recap, man. I think, you know what I mean, women and men, we need to learn each other better. You know what I mean? Don't go by the standards and the scenarios and the stereotypes that, you know what I mean,
Stereotypes.
yeah, you know what I mean? Stereotypes are big, you know what I mean? They play a big part in our connections with everybody, you know what I mean? But y'all know where to find us at Big Money No Problems Talk Podcast Show. BMNP underscore ENT on Instagram, BMNP underscore podcast on Twitter, Big Money No Problems Entertainment on Facebook. We on every major podcast platform. We out there.
Sir, yes, sir. Like I said, man, I appreciate this whole team right here, man, for making this just fun, entertaining, and we gonna keep pushing. Salute. Got interviews coming up that we dropping. I still got the we still got the interview for with Mr. Paul Kelly, man, on the financial literacy side, man. That's dropping soon. We got this one right here. Y'all definitely gonna see on all the platforms soon and everything like that, man. We appreciate Miss Ambur James, man. We appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, gracing us with your presence and everything like that, man. Salute to what you got going on, man. Check her out, Miss Ambur James, man. And once again, man, check us out. BMNP underscore ENT on Instagram, Big Money No Problems ENT on the Twitter. I mean, we moving, we everywhere. We
every Saturday at 5. Every Saturday at 5
yeah.
with 92K. Shout out to 92K ELZ. You know what I'm saying? One United Radio.
One United Radio, you know and all that. So we there, man. And we got, like I said, we just gonna keep pushing this content out and we're gonna keep going. We ain't going nowhere. We here to stay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, show by show, grind by grind, that's what we gonna do. So salute to everybody who paying attention to us. Salute to everybody who fucking with us. Hey, we fucking with y'all, man. Continue to help us as we continue to help y'all, man. Salute. Hey, peace.
Peace.